hope y'all can hear me. I'm on grandma duties. And I'm running behind because what I wanted, the information I was trying to get for this live. Oh, Lord. Somebody's trying to get in the video. But can y'all hear me? Somebody's trying to get in the live. Somebody's trying to get in my live. Say hello, good morning, everyone. Well, while y'all come in, I'm getting ready to go get my yeah, you can play with this. I gotta go get my, actually it's my breakfast. I haven't even had breakfast yet. Hold on, y'all. Coco. Girl, we got to go turn that cartoon down. Hold on, y'all. Hey, Lisa. Whew. Oh, shit. Good morning, good afternoon, everybody. Oh, here is my breakfast. I'm finna cut in this. Hey, boy, I had to speak to Coco first. My bad. You so funny. Yeah, I hope this. I had this sitting in the windowsill, and it was actually ready yesterday. So let's see what we doing. It feels too soft now. It's alright. We just gonna eat half of it. Hold on, y'all. So, y'all, I don't know what it was yesterday. Was my first time having avocado with my strawberries. I don't know. I was just addicted. I ain't even gonna lie. And I ate it together. And then it's just some garlic pepper. Tasia, y'all, you know what? This is a little different, right? I'm for y'all to see my stuff. Hold on. So y'all can see it or something. But anyway. Oh, hold on. So, anywho. Girl, I didn't know it was good either. And it just so happened. No, man, this is mine. I was eating it. I wanted some I had strawberries for my breakfast yesterday. I had a bag of grapes, some strawberries, and I had my avocado. And I was like, shoot, I got a taste for the avocado. And I had to cut up my strawberries. And then I was like, shoot, that junk good together. Oh, yeah. And then I didn't even cut it up. Hold on. It's super duper right, too. Because I don't know if y'all remember Sunday, I went in Walmart and it was so hard, but I put them in the windowsill. But it's so good. But y'all know what I want to talk about? I was watching Tasha K, right? And I also still watch the Van Lady. And so I was watching the thing about the LaToya Chantel. If y'all remember me the other night, I said I wanted to talk about that situation. And hold on, y'all. Hey, dog people. Hey, girl. You keep coming around me looking in my mouth. You know you don't want it. Let's see. Go watch TV. Go watch TV, Coco. Y'all, I hope I can do this live with her. I wasn't able to get on here the other day for coffee time because of the baby. But anywho, y'all. So, and it was something that she said on there. Hey, Renee. Oh, thank you. I don't know, did I speak Don people? Coco, she said, hello. I need both my hands so I can eat, baby. You're going to have to get out of my lap. Stop touching the laptop. Go find something to do. Come on, let's go. Y'all, I'll be right back. Come on. Come on. Okay, I'm back. My bad. I'm so sorry I had to get up so many times. But, oh, Lord, didn't I leave the remote? Wait a minute. Like, life is lifing right now. Okay, so I can look right back there so I can see her in the camera. Oh, Lord, she's coming. Go watch TV. I guess I'm not going to be able to eat. This is why when I'm home, it's so hard for me to be on the schedule because I have her so much. And I'm so hungry right now, y'all. Y'all don't understand. I just don't. Thank you, Renee. But hold on. Okay, if anything, let me just play this for y'all real quick. I think it was at 40. Coco, please, no. Right now, Tasha. I've worked for myself for 15 years, my shop, Lake Village in New York. I came to Atlanta to start over and do everything. You know, I've reached the top in New York. I felt like I did everything there was to do there. I came to Atlanta. I'm on a reality show called The Writers Rumble. I came here to do the reality show, to be a songwriter. I'm working with the top songwriters in the industry. Everything is going well for me right now. I moved here on a sublease. The person told me they had just signed a new lease. Hold on, y'all. You want some more milk? Here. Okay, so maybe now I can eat, okay? Y'all, let me say this. I totally get, you know, I've said this before back when all this cam up stuff came about last year when it was brought up. And I've said it before how if I never would have started doing videos in front of the camera, I would do my videos behind the avatar as well. Because of stuff like this. People that have children, kudos. Kudos to y'all. I be feeling like a single parent. I'm grandma on Tuesdays, Thursdays, like all day grandma. Tuesdays and Thursdays and Sundays is like almost all day grandma, right? Whew. Solo dolo. And I be about to lose it. So kudos to those people that can do YouTube, like go live and got children. Ooh, baby. But anyway, And I'm hungry. Hold on. Oh my gosh, Tasia. So you feel me? But this is what I wanted to say. Hold on. Let me see if I can play this for y'all again. Cause I can't play a lot because I get in trouble. Hold on. I do hair. So what else do I work at the airport? So and I still do hair on the side. This man Tasha didn't ask. The shelter. I'm living in the shelter now. All your kids? Yes, with my kids. Hold on. Listen. The only one that's not there. That was it. So you're living in a shelter? I'm living in a shelter now. All your kids? Yes, with my kids. The only one that's not there is my 17-year-old because he's finishing school in New York. It's his senior year. What? Do you have family? Not here. My family is in Rochester, New York. And you don't want to go back to Rochester? No, because I have so many things going. It's not about a lack. Like I said, it's not about a lack of money. Now that I just started my job literally 5 days ago. Well, congratulations. At the airport. I have been hired since January, but the process of, background checks and everything, I just ended up starting. So in order for me to get in my apartment, I'll actually be in my place really soon because all I need is the pay stubs. Okay. Because I have been making all my money from doing hair. Okay. You have to have pay stubs, to qualify. You can't just go somewhere like, hey, I got all this cash, give me a place. Okay. I have a car, we have everything we need. So, I'm going to let y'all listen to the rest, but I don't know if y'all heard what she was saying exactly, right? So, basically, what's happening? Hold on, y'all. I'm looking at this baby. Okay, so anyway, basically what she said was she moved to Atlanta. She's from New York. Now, this is Carl Thomas, one of his baby mamas, all right? So now she's in Atlanta. She came here on the thinking she was gonna be doing a sublease, and you're supposed to be in the 6 month. For some reason, something happened. It was 3 months, and she had to vacate. So she's like, I do hair, and I don't meet the qualifications for a place. She's like, she don't have pay stubs because she just got a job. So for like 4 months, she been in a homeless shelter, right, with her children. And I'm gonna get on that part later. But she made this statement saying she never would have thought that technically she homeless, right? And y'all think about it. I don't know if any of y'all rent or in this situation. I don't know if it's like this across all states. When I moved here, when I moved to Atlanta, well, y'all in Clayton County, but when I moved here, but even Georgia, so once again, I don't know if it's like this for all the states. Hold on, y'all. So anyway, well, when I went to looking for places, the qualifications, just in case y'all don't know this, I didn't find another one. So y'all can tell me if it's something different because I'm curious because I really I want this to be something to where we could help each other out or something. But it's like, in order to rent now, and mind you, I haven't rented anything for 11 years. It was 11 years. I actually rented an apartment briefly when I was in Alabama. And it wasn't like this. But now you have to have 3 times. This is the thing I think that kills some people. You have to have 3 times. Your income has to be 3 times your rent. And it's like, Alicia, I'm gonna get to that, honey. I'm gonna let you listen to some more of it. So the qualifications, and then so just think, y'all. I ain't never took y'all on no tour of this apartment that I live in. But people say you pay for amenities. So I wanted to be somewhere gated and have this and have that just because I was moving somewhere new, right? But this little mess I live in is $1,700, right? And that ain't nothing to brag about that you renting nothing for $1,700. So trust and believe I'm not bragging. Y'all know the story I done explained that I needed to move somewhere like real fast so my daughter could move off campus. Hey, Smiley. So and you have to make your income has to be 3 times, right? So you know, just think. Like, I don't think it's really that many cheap places. I don't know. I don't, bro. This is how I found my apartment. I just went on apartments.com. It's probably other ways. I just didn't know people to network with here to figure out because everybody else was like, everybody that I knew here was trying to sell me a house. And I'm not getting ready to buy anything. And I don't know the area. I don't want to be stuck in something like that. So I had no way to network really with renting. And just think though, if you got the money to pay rent, you have the money to pay your bills, you just don't meet the qualifications with your income. And that's why I got to thinking about old girl. Hey, and I'm like, she got evictions though, so then that make it difficult. And then if you don't, I don't even see where I live at is a fancy place, okay? But anyway, I was told that, oh, well, that area is this. I'm like, oh, really? But it's like you have to have such a high credit score in some places. And think about it. You have to do all of this, have a certain credit score. Some people got messed up around COVID. But are they giving leniency for that? No. No. Hey, look, Granny. Who was that on the video? That was this girl named Latoya Chantel. That's one of Carl Thomas' baby mamas, right? And it was just interesting listening to her story about why she homeless and why she live in a shelter with 4 children. I don't agree with that, but it is what it is. All right. So it is funny how sometimes you have to humble yourself. And I kind of had thought about that myself when I was looking for places. Every time I was looking for something somewhere, it was like 2,000, 2,500. Now I ain't got nothing to show for no 2,500 3 times. No. And especially, and then you single. This it's just hard. You don't think about that mess. And like I told you, I watch old girl in her van still and stuff like that. And it's like I don't consider that kind of stuff technically homeless because it's like, okay, well, you choosing, and that is your abode. But it was funny that this girl made a statement that considered she always considered like a homeless person as like a person on drugs or a person that don't work. And then you just got to sit back and think about the fact that, it got me to thinking about it too. Like, what if I had to move, or what if I had a job making $2,000 a month? I can't move anywhere because I don't even meet the minimum requirements of my income, my salary, but I can pay $1,000 a month for rent. And it's like, and just like that, you can be homeless. Just like that, you can be homeless. And it's like, is that ever going to change? Or is that standard? Like, is that just in Georgia? Because she's in Atlanta right now. She left New York, which I just feel like when you have children like that, you should be established. Get grounded and be a little more responsible before you just uproot your children and don't really have, because true enough, she had something for 6 months, a sub lease, and it ended in 3 months. But you came here chasing a dream. I felt like she might have came here trying to chase that man a little bit too. But hey, I'm gonna leave it at that, because she laid up with him anyway, trying to get a little record deal in the first place, because she's a singer and a songwriter, and she said it out her own mouth that when he called her at 3 o'clock in the morning, she knew it wasn't nothing but a booty call, but she was willing to lay up so she can get her record deal, and so on and so on. But that ain't what we talking about right now. We talking about the fact that anybody can be homeless in Georgia. Now, I don't know how this mess is everywhere else, but if you got to have like a 750 credit score, because I think mine now was a minimum 715. Now, mine, you had to have a minimum of 17. I mean, 17. Did I say 17? You had to have a minimum of 715 credit score. You had to have 3 times the rent. No evictions. But now I think that they did have this thing. You couldn't have any evictions. And believe it or not, because I had not rented anything in the last 5 years, I couldn't prove. Well, I didn't have rental proof. I had to pay the extra $499 for a risk fee. Yeah, they don't care what, because I was coming. They don't care about that where I was at. And no, like if you own, they don't care about that. They didn't care, not where I moved to. They say when they look up your stuff, they also look for a rental history. I didn't have a rental history. So, but just think, I could have been homeless. Because I actually had thought about that one time, like, oh my gosh, like, where would I move? And like, I wanted to move out of this place where I'm at, where my lease was up, and I had to make a decision. And I just wanted to move into, I needed a bigger place. Hold on, y'all. Coco is Cocoing. Coco, miss, give me this, please, ma'am. Give me this. Sit down. Here. Is all that? Whew, okay. Maybe I hold her now since I'm not eating. Hold on. But she's gonna try to touch everything, and I'm sitting here at my work desk. No, ma'am, don't touch anything. And that's the dog toy right there. I like to hand it the baby the dog toy. In the shelter, we have a private room, so don't. Yeah. Hold on. But still in all of that, I don't ask nobody for nothing. I don't ask nobody for nothing. I guess this. I'm just trying to build myself up to be what I aspire to be, and that's, I feel like I'm supposed to be here. What do you also? I definitely want to start a non-amount anyway. What do you mean escort? Oh, wait a minute. So much money that niggas used to try to rob me. Motivational speaking to be here for my kids. So they started doing the STEAM. I know. Coco.
My kids built an apartment, cost money, and even complexes that will kind of, look and push things under the rug just as long as their rent get paid. Oh yeah, I got money. I got money. And even landlords. Oh yeah, I got money. If I could get a private landlord, that would be the ideal situation. Okay, so listen. We have a lot of viewers. Okay, so single family home, at least a 4-bedroom would be perfect. How much you want to pay? 16, 17, or whatever is reasonable in this market. Okay. And the rent is gonna get paid. Your credit is stuff. Oh yeah, my credit is only a 523, and that's another issue too. Okay. But that's only because I have no debt. Do you have any? Not because I have debt. I own no credit card.
All right, so this is what I'm gonna say. I don't. I just feel bad for situations like this. Like for instance, right now, like both of my roommates, they work. They are in the process of trying to find a place. Now, now y'all know Mama, me, will sign if I need to, but I don't want to, right? But anyway, um, y'all look at her. I can't get away from her. But anyway, and the thing about it, they have nice jobs. Well, he has a nice job. You know, she has a job. She's a student also. But he has a very nice job. And it is one of these things to where it's like if you want to live in a decent place, you can afford it. And I get why these places are doing the 3 times, but they're trying to protect themselves, I guess. Hey, brown sugar boo. They're trying to protect them, their realtors or whatever, but 3 times, I it's sad that it has to be that way. Now when she said that about that 523 credit score, I was like, whoa. Now, and I mean, and I get it because right now, honey, like I say, I think it's probably, and then that's another thing though, right now. A lot of people are probably having trouble with their credit because think about for 2 years, a lot, that first year of COVID, companies were scrambling. They was like, let's shut it down. We getting ready to boom this person. There were so many people that, lost it, got laid off, didn't have no severance. Temp agency, no, you don't get no severance pay, you don't get no unemployment, honey. And so just think, there were some bills that probably had to fall by the wayside. Okay, Alicia. Okay. You said it used to be 2 times. Y'all, my anxiety. We're trying to do this live right now with this baby. Oh my goodness. Where's the avatar? But so you saying before it used to be 2 times the rent before COVID. See, now that makes sense. Oh, brown sugar, the lady, the Latoya Chantel lady I was talking about the other night, Carl Thomas baby mama, she homeless. And she's trying to find a place. But she's homeless, and that's the thing. And that's why I said you're involuntary homeless. Involuntary. It was just a play on words. Oh my gosh, y'all. A play on words. Um, really to the extent of you really don't have a choice. Like, what do you do? And it was interesting when I'm doing research and stuff, and then I noticed it's like all these shelters and stuff. So she explained her shelter situation because I was looking up shelters, and she's like, this poor child turned my computer off, y'all. Um, they're in a shelter to where it's not like, because in my mind, I'm automatically thinking like, oh, okay, you got, they laid up on cots and random people, stuff I be seeing on movies, you know what I'm saying? No lie. That's exactly what I'm thinking about. Like, oh my God. But she say they have a private room. Okay. And so it is 4 beds, and so it's for her and 4 children though living in this private room. Coco, please find something to do. Here. All those toys over there. So, you know, hold on real quick. See you talking about your thumbnail. Yes. Cause I'm like, I wanted to make sure it wasn't gonna be any people, cause there ain't no telling who might see that and be like, oh Lord, that's my cousin. In that photo, I didn't want nobody to think I'm trying to make fun of nobody homeless or nothing like that, because it's serious. Just like she said, she felt as though a homeless person would be somebody like, oh, on drugs, like ain't working. And she like, look, I got a pocket full of cash. She said she owned a business. Then that's when I got confused. But anyway, we be talking. Let me stay on subject here. Let me stay on subject here. Get y'all do your homework. So I saw somebody say it's like, okay, when they say rental history is now going on your credit score every month. Raquel, hold on. Let me say, okay, I'm trying to figure out if that is totally legit. And thank you for coming in, Raquel. I don't think I spoke. Because now the place I rent from, do you know they are making me pay $4.99. I have to pay $4.99 a month for them to report it to the credit bureau. That's how I'm reading it when I log in. Somebody get me right, to correct me and explain to me that for sure that my rent is going, me paying my rent is going on my credit history. Cause I'm wondering if this $4.99 a month something that is just some kind of gimmick or whatever. It's like, oh, but you can look at your credit score 3 times. Child, I can just go somewhere and apply for something and they're going to tell me what my credit score is. I can look that up for free myself anyway. So I don't understand, because that's what I thought it was going to be, something automatic with them reporting paying your rent to the credit bureau. But then they telling me I got to pay $4.99. And when I renewed my lease, my daughter is on here because I wanted her to add, because she doesn't have a rental history. So I wanted to make sure she had a rental history, so I added her. But then when I went to go do it to make sure, it was saying she even had to pay $4.99 a month for it. And I'm like, I ain't paying the $5. What Martin said. Mm-mm. So Alicia Charlie Stokes was all she was missing. That was keeping her from getting a place. Then she could have used the offer letter. Child, hold up. She was saying that that little lie, it's too much. It's too much to that. Cause she sat right there on that couch. I don't know who watched Tasha K, but she sat right there on that couch and told her, "Oh well, um, now I'm fine. Since I don't started working and I got a pay stub, I'm gonna be fine." But then you didn't know. But then you talking about, well, only thing you need is pay stub. But then you was like, but you don't meet the qualification of the credit either. So I was just like, okay, whatever. But Tasha did say something. If anybody know of any organizations, I would love for y'all to drop it in the chat, please, please. Okay. Um, you of organizations that help in situations like this, because I'm wondering. Are there any organizations that help like this? Because the only thing that Tasha K mentioned was ProMove, and basically she was like, you let them know. I was trying to Google it, and maybe I wasn't looking up the right thing, because I was under the impression when she gave the organization name of ProMove, unless I'm wrong, I'm trying to get it. Okay. Child, I'm like, people don't be wanting me to be great, and then don't be calling about nothing. Good, good, good and move. That be so aggravating. So let me get back to what I was talking about. So, hold on, though. Nah, I can't see. Yeah, I know the feeling. I was working, paying all my bills. Child, see, I got totally thrown off. Okay, somebody did say, oh, excuse me, that rental history. Okay, so it is. How she said she had a lot of money, but her credit. Wait, it used to be too. Okay, foreclosure after foreclosure. Okay, we are living in a critical times, hard to deal with. I thank God every day for what little I have. Brown sugar, right? No story. I'm almost, and the thing about it is, I'm just like, you know what? I wanted to leave, but I'm just gonna sit right here for right now until I'm ready to buy. I'm gonna sit right here right now. I saw somebody um say something about, go save up and buy a house, save up to buy your own place. It ain't that easy though. I mean, it's really not that easy. And you got to think about it. This lady was talking about she got 4 children. Technically, she had 5, which, let me stay on topic. We need what I was saying was, now I remember I was talking about the whole pro move situation, right? That Tasha K had brought up, and I was just wondering where there are other organizations, because I'm just like, are there organizations that will assist people and not charge an arm and a leg for the fee? Even, you know what though? Even if they charge the fee and it wasn't a scam situation, which that happens a lot here in Atlanta as well. Scamming. Like, oh yeah, guess what? Pay me some money and I'll fix you right on up. And then another thing I know that a cousin of mine did, because she has evictions, it's something called, it's kind of like a, what is that thing called? It's kind of like a fake social security number. Hold on.
Okay, all right. So if you are someone in the Atlanta area that is willing to rent to her and her children for around $1,600, $1,700 full time at the airport, okay, please hit her up. All right. So, you got me like scrambling, like we gotta get this. And it really opened my mind though, because when you think of a homeless person, you don't think of a person with a pocket full of money. And you don't come in dressed like this. Exactly. Like you don't think of. It's so many people in it that get up and go to work every single day, Tasha. Mm-hmm. It's just a lack of qualifying for a place that's keeping them there. I've never knew that, and it really opened my. I thought all homeless people was just, either on drugs or just not working because they don't want to work. And even with that, there's a curfew. So if you have a job and you get off at 10 o'clock, guess what? You can't go to the shelter because curfew was 8 o'clock. So you can't really win for losing.
And then, y'all, I didn't even think about that. So just, did y'all hear what she said? So she never thought, like I said. So y'all got to think about this when we get to Kiki. Now, this situation with our friend over here now, with Sybil, she just ain't getting herself together. Because when you single, she can move in the extended stay and have her own place. She already stayed in the extended stay one time in Fort Lauderdale. Ain't nothing wrong with that. And like this woman right here was like, look, she was like, when she lost her sublease and was last minute, had to find somewhere to stay, she was like, do I go take me and my kids to a hotel, or do I go to the shelter and save up my money? That'd have been hard for me. That'd have been a hard decision for me. But the thing about it is, then when you in the shelter, you got rules. I ain't know that. Now, I mean, I do remember watching Pursuit of Happiness, and they were, running, trying to get there by a certain time. But I wasn't thinking about that because that's TV, okay? And sometimes TV be doing a lot. But that's right. So if you got a night job, if you have a place and you work at nighttime, you ain't gonna have nowhere to lay your head down when you leave work. Oh, that was on that other Tyler Perry movie. Oh man, the little lady that was the maid and had the little girl. Or was that a boy? I think it was a boy. He just had a lot of hair. Oh man, I forgot the name of that movie, but that don't matter either. But that's what she was running into, trying to let somebody get her in the back door. And I was like, I didn't even think of that. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Okay, so Joanne said, yes, she's showing your credit report. Okay, because I wish I could pull it up right now and show y'all. If I pull it up right now, it's going to say, but I have to have a balance on my, like in my thing. So where I pay my, where they want you to pay it. But like we got like an online portal. But I don't even pay it online because they charge you $59.95. Let me start lying. I told that somebody the other day and I pulled it up. It say $49.95. But anyway, to pay it online. But anywho, that's neither here nor there. Okay, that's good to know. Oh wow! Until you find your own with 3 kids and 2 grandkids, and paying other people where your kids are staying at, so they can go to the same school. Child. Oh. And then that's another thing. And then when you do have small children, y'all, I'm not gonna lie. If you can, and I thank God I was in a position and to where I was able to stay in a good area to make sure that my children were in good schools. Because my syllabus with my first one in the very beginning, I was doing that crazy mess, put her in private school. Y'all, that's where all the bad kids at. So I just want to let y'all know that right now. Just find you a good public school that's gonna be free, and do what you're supposed to do as a parent and reinforce their learning at home, and then they will eventually they will have enough instilled in them. And there are so many programs where people do not understand. There are so many like different type of gifted programs, so many free programs available. I want to talk about that one day too. I really do, because I just thank God that I was familiar with the school system. When I left from Alabama and came to Georgia, and my daughter had to go to school in Georgia, um if I wouldn't have known what to look for and dig deep, and the school that she came from in Alabama, I would not have known about different programs that's right there inside of the public schools. But that's a whole nother topic. But anyway, so back to that. And when you trying to make those type of decisions, like, oh, I want to stay in this area, but then the cost of living is so much more. Like, I can stay across the street in a different school zone and spend like $2,000 less on all my bills just because. And that's sad though. It's like that. Child. Mm. Yes, Raquel, scamming is on the rise. Brown Sugar said, yes, girl. I didn't know how I was going. Girl, leave that alone, how I was going to make it. Used to cry every night, but God got me through it. Oh, child, won't he do it? Been in my place now for 10 years, trying to buy my own home now. Still don't have a car, but I'm good working on it. So let me ask you that, this Renee. And this ain't no shade, no nothing. And I'm glad you brought that up. Maybe you done answered it later on, but so you're working on buying a house. You're saving up to buy a house, but you don't have a car right now. You're talking about just because it broke down. But because is that just really like owning your own home is a whole lot more important than the car situation. Because that's a big decision. That's a big decision for me. But then, I mean, I do live in a place where it's public transportation. But I'm so glad I ain't got no car note. But I'm telling you one thing, though. When you start having to put money into getting these suckers fixed, you might as well get a car note. Because, child, it was some lights came on in mine the other day. I was like, is it Christmas? But anyway. Joanne, you know what? I really want to look into like the rent to own stuff. Because now, especially now since I'm familiar with the area, y'all, I want this other piece of avocado so bad. I'm going to eat it. I'm sorry, y'all. Y'all just got to see me eat it. Because remember I had this other half? It's right here, so. Hold on. Got it out. Well, anyway, it's just sitting right here. It's in my face. But, just in case y'all want to know, garlic and pepper. Oh, but there's some salt in it. I don't want y'all to think I'm capping. Ooh, child, Renee, what you talking about? That car note with them bills, yes. And that's the thing. That's the only reason I don't want to buy a car. But I do have this fear, being a single woman. Y'all can have AAA all you want. But that's scary sitting on the side of the road like that. Waiting on AAA. I sat there one time for 2 hours, and I know somebody finna say, you should have changed your own time. But it was dark. And I don't know how to change the time. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know how to do it. Oh, that's so good. Okay. Okay, so somebody said, oh, okay, that number is a CPN. Oh, okay. But isn't that illegal? That's what I asked her. Oh, she didn't answer me. When I asked my cousin and she told me about that, because I was like, she pulled up in a new car and she getting ready to get her apartment. And I'm like, now I know she got an eviction on her record because she was going through a divorce, a nasty one. And she left her place and left her husband there. And then, he got mad because she wouldn't come back and just moved out, but she had already relocated here. And so now she having an eviction. So anyway, that's a whole nother story, but she didn't tell me if it was illegal or not. And I caught myself Googling it. And it appears to me that it's illegal. But brown sugar said, Renee, yes, sis. When I was going through problems, I wanted to crawl under a rock and die, but in the end, it made me stronger. Girl, will it not make you stronger? When I tell you, it give you what they say? What is it? The strength of Job? And am I saying it right? But it will. It was one time, I remember, we got Miss Aggravation back. I remember going through some financial situations and I'm thinking to myself, because I'm the person, like in my regular household and in my extended household, and I say extended, like, mama, daddy, brothers, to where it's like I'm supposed to have it all together. And I'm the one that do for this person, do for that person. And I was getting down on myself that because I was like having like a hardship and I didn't even want to let anybody know. And just like old girl, she made that statement, she don't like to ask anybody for help. I think she's sleeping now. We shouldn't have her on camera either. We need to put her behind the avatar because her hair ain't even combed. Girl, put your foot down off my disc. But anyway, and I went through that, and I'm going to tell you, that was one of them times when it was just so much, and I wasn't close by family either. And then when you're alone, and, I knew people because, they were people I just met, that I would call friends, but little girl, please stop. Okay, please stop. But it ain't nothing like having like your family and that closeness to that comfort. And I needed that during that time. But during that stressful and extenuating situation of my finances, I contemplated unaliving myself. And I will never forget that feeling. And then I got down on myself because I actually thought about taking the cowardly way out. But I'm going to tell y'all, it was, you know what it was though? I was thinking about what I would do to my kids if I did something like that. And then I'm like, I don't think my insurance going to pay for nothing. Then I'm going to put them in a bind. And then I was like, oh, girl, look at you being selfish because you in a time of need. Get up and do something about it. And everybody always be like, oh, just pray about it. Just pray about it. It also say faith without works is dead. That means it's not just going to come to you because you sat down here and said a little prayer. Okay? Now, saying you can't pray about it, but you got to do something. Just like I think I saw Alicia say something about what she should have did was been paying money to fix her credit. Let me tell you a little story about that. Because I'm trying to figure out why sis credit was that bad anyway. Because I told you she was around here selling that thing. Selling a Hot Pocket. Because she said she used to be an escort. And was making $10,000 a week. And I ain't got a thing to show for it. Y'all, I can't even drink no water in peace. Ugh! Children's hands are so nasty. Hold on. I'm gonna check the comments just to see if anybody had put anything in here about programs that help in situations like that. And I've only seen somebody say something about Florida. Do this 3 times. You have to have 3 times the rent for Florida. And Georgia is 3 times. Wait, 3 times the rent for your income. They got to stop that. Ooh. Now I got that garlic taste in my mouth. See, brown sugar tea, I know, Credit Karma, you can check it for free. Raquel told her she just want to use her money on drugs, hair, nails, and food. Ooh, excuse me. Girl, yes, made me strong. Glad we are both doing better. Yes, thank you. Craig ain't got no money. Craig ain't got no money. Craig. Who's Craig? Craig ain't got no money. Oh, Craig. Child, talking about who Craig. Craig. Oh. He ain't got no money. Carl. She's not responsible to pay bills, period, point blank. She wanted to keep shacking up off people. Hey, Kayla. Yeah, that's right. It was, hey, AZ finding some no good deed. Y'all, I think we got a poopy diaper. Y'all think this is why she fidget? No, we ain't got no poopy diaper. Why is she moving like that? Renee, thank you, sis. I never regret painful things I've experienced in life as long as I've learned something from them. Exactly. Because that's exactly what I say about things in life. There are no regrets. It's only one thing. And I just experienced it 3 years ago. But in everything in my life, I just always feel like I don't have regrets and there are no mistakes. It's just lessons learned. It's a mistake if you do it again. You are right. This is our testimony that God is good. Had to go through that to be where we are. And it make you so great. It make you feel so good when you come out. When I tell you that, when you have that testimony, and that's the thing. I really hope and pray The situation with this girl though that I'm talking about in particular, yes, she has a she's circumstantially homeless, right? I don't like that she got her kids in that. I don't. I really don't. Because you bragged about the fact that you were happy that you had 5 baby daddies. Okay? And then she's like, Tasha asked her, well, what about the children? Like, well, don't nobody want to get the babies, and so you ain't got to go through this and ain't got to go through that and this and this and this. And she's like, I don't want to, but what happened is I have to give two of the grandmothers want the kids, and she'll have to give them guardianship for them to go to school there, and she don't want to do that. She don't want to sign her kids over. I get it, but you still trying to figure it out, and you're here in Atlanta because you want to be on a reality show? Girl, no ma'am. Because even Tasha K asked her, she was like, so you mean to tell me, like, well, what about your family? But since she's from New York, she's like, I just feel I've done everything I can do in New York. But because you down here chasing a dream at this age with a little bit of kids, and then it is never too late to fulfill your dream, but you got to make decisions. When you have children, you don't make decisions for you anymore. Just FYI, people. I'm sorry. Take it any kind of way you want. When you have children, you're not. It's not about you anymore. Okay? So I do feel bad and relate to, God forgive me, I said relate, but she is in a circumstantial homeless situation. There are truly homeless people, but I just never sat back and actually thought about the fact that there are probably so many more people just like her. Now, she claims she go to work every day. At this point, she had only been to work for like 2 days when she did this interview. But she says she do have. But then she says she pay taxes, okay? So if you pay taxes, then I do know, like if you're self-employed, there are plenty of people that work in the hair industry that are self-employed and can produce income. She says she pay her taxes. So what she should have been able to do is get that, oh my gosh, what is called, the letter from the IRS. But the transcript. Get your transcript, because some places they won't even take. They ain't gonna take no W-2s or nothing like that. Like, especially if you self-employed, you ain't gonna have that. You're gonna have to get the tax letter. They ain't gonna ask you for your tax documents that you can recreate by yourself. They want an IRS transcript. One of the biggest purchases in life. Dentures on one of the biggest purchases. Yeah. Hey, the house first. You can always get a call later. You right. You right. So now I feel bad about wanting to buy me a car. No ID. What's up? Okay. Okay. But and see, and then that's the thing, because I've owned one. And now that's my dilemma now that I know the area, it's just one more factor that I'm waiting on about where I'm going to purchase the house at. I'm honestly really not sure if I'm set here yet. And I don't want to go through trying to get out of it and equity, all that. Oh. Well, I'm trying to get a car, but can't stand no car. No, okay, not without my business. Hey, sweet brown sugar. No ID. I'm so glad you came through here. Dentry say, yes, it's illegal. I've been wondering. Dentry say, I've been a single home owner come June for 5 years with the car, note, credit, insurance, and house utilities. Oof. Y'all, I ain't gonna lie, though. It's just me. It's just me. Like, I just don't think I can pay a car note, and anything can be done, though. And y'all got to remember, I still pay bills back in my hometown, too. Yeah. I did look in it, because that's where I bank. Oh, I like to say it. But I do bank at a credit union. Okay, I do. You got a busy day at work, child. You know I'm supposed to be working right now. Coco, y'all, she is standing over there biting on. Coco, Coco, come here. Come here, baby. Her cartoon's on. But you know, after my run, Renee said, but after my runs in the morning, I get dropped off in the school bus. Thank God for that. Thank you, Brown Sugar. Yes, y'all can. Don't you talking about you can do it? I know. See, I don't even need to sit here and say I can't do something. I just don't like. I'm telling y'all, I don't like not having a cushion. And I remember that first experience, the first time of that experience, not having a cushion. Ooh. No, it was more so, it wasn't my first time not having a cushion. It was more so the reason why it hurt so bad was knowing that I allowed somebody to blow my money, to go through my cushion. I told y'all about when I got Coco. Y'all hold on. I don't know what she. Girl, give me this, please, ma'am. Give me this. Come back over here. Come on. I got your blanket. I still be everywhere. Come here. I got your blanket. Okay, she don't want to come. But anyway, yes, y'all. I'm just saying, it's one of those situations. And I was just like, are there programs that help people in situations like this? And I ain't talking about Section 8 because everybody don't qualify for Section 8, number one. And it seemed like the only way people can get in Section 8 is if you know somebody. Or y'all can tell me how that work. But it's like, hey, guess what? If you are really working, no, we're not going to help you. And then you have to get on a waiting list for that. But it's like, it got to be some kind of program, something somewhere to assist people, something legal, to assist people in these type of situations. And it's like, I just feel bad. And I understand why this woman want her children with her, but I just don't agree with people like chasing all this stuff. And you ain't got yourself together. And then you go into this man's show to tell him to be involved in his child life. Don't beg nobody. But she said she ain't want nothing from him. And she said that, child, let me tell you. Then she said she was happy that she had 5 baby daddies. I'm going to say that again. And that they all help her take care of her home. Except for the one. Carl Thomas ain't paying. Well, he ain't paying when COVID hit, he stopped. But I'm like, anyway. Coco. But y'all, I just would love for somebody to, I just really wanted to be able to help somebody today. Because I kind of felt bad for her because she had kids and I can totally relate. Think about it. Anything can happen, right? Matter of fact, around Christmas, I had some work that had to be done on my car. And it put me like, oh my gosh, do I have to, what is it, borrow from Peter to pay Paul? And trying to move this money from here to there and which way to make sure that I can get my rent paid and I can get the insurance paid and I can get this. Yes, it gets that way. It gets that way. So I feel so bad that there are times though, I thank God that I have, the career that I have. But the fact that there are some people out here actually getting it honest, hard working, get up, go to work every day, and can't even get a place because they don't meet the qualifications. They ain't nasty, fistful of cash, don't have credit because they never really went out here and understood, and you know, this is another word we got to think about: financial awareness. I think they teaching that in schools now. Okay, and you know, that whole financial awareness thing. Ooh, ooh, and to know that it's like you got this do certain things to establish it, and it's just sad. And to me, it's like you run the risk, and then that's when people like that are so desperate, then they run into a scammer because you got somebody that say, because this happens in Atlanta a lot, that they're a homeowner and they're like, hey, like, you know, well, this place will be available. Go ahead and make your deposit. And they thinking that somebody helping them out because a lot of people in this world got the gift of gab and know how to finesse, honey. And then these people be done paid thinking that they getting the deal, making a small deposit and paying their first month. And like, hey, guess what? Go ahead and pay your first month and your last month and make a deposit. I can't let you see the home right now because somebody in it. But as soon as it come available, as soon as it becomes available, you get to move in. Just go ahead and pay this. I'm doing you this deal right now. Just go ahead and send it. Boom. Now these people out of money, they've been scammed because they desperate. Now they out of money. And that's what it's like. And I know I even had that talk with my daughter. I was like, look, I know y'all trying to move. Just be mindful of XYZ, but you know I can't, you know, you can't tell them nothing, no how. So I don't know. Hopefully she listened to me. Hopefully she watching. But no, she better not be watching. She supposed to be in class right now, especially if I got this one. But this is the thing. Look, y'all, she wrote. Okay. Oh, it's so good. It's so good. Okay. But it's just sad that these are the times that we are in. And I'm just wondering, did she think about this before she moved here? Was it not like that in New York? And it's expensive to live in New York. So I would think, I guess me visiting is two totally different things. Y'all know what? Give me, I just can't. Hold on. Hey, L1L. Hey, Pooh. You can do it. I did it. You adapt. Trust me. You would just be more careful in your. You right, brown sugar. That's what I have to do. I will have to. This no. This no. So no more wigs. I take these nails off. I can do my own hair. This what I know how to cut corners. Get rid of some of all these streaming services. Have y'all ever looked at how much money you spending on streaming services? Child, it was funny because I took a look at it probably about 2-3 months ago. Whenever this was, Netflix was talking about they was getting ready to make some changes to something. I don't even know if they made the changes to it, y'all, to be honest. Because the same people that are using my Netflix that was using the Netflix. Oh, the TV got quiet. I was like, Lord, did I get clipped? Already. But anyway, just the money that you spend on these streaming services, you just be amazing. So when I had checked, I was like, what do I need this for? I don't even watch this. I ain't even know I had this. And you just be paying it every month, don't even know. Child, and especially if you got Apple, you be like, well, what is this for? Child, especially when I know I be done. That's why I had to stop all that. It says super chat and I be doing because I be done forgot all about it because they don't fool that mess till about 2-3 days later. Then, whew, but yeah, you do. It can be done. I have to cut costs. I've been there, done that, and it was funny because even Tasha was talking about her having to spend her money, and her husband having to cut back on stuff. She had realized, y'all heard that girl hit me so hard. She had realized how much money she was spending on streaming services. Everyone else say, I'm afraid the assistance you refer to won't come till our politicians fight for us to get such assistance. The thing about to my not Section 8, the next president, state politicians, and local politicians need to help the citizens that are getting it honest. Ooh, child, baby, when I tell you, I would probably make a few people mad if I actually speak my mind on that, and I probably will. I probably will. I ain't got but a good 15 minutes before I have to log back on to work. But, oh, honey, but I feel you. I feel you. Thank you for coming through and saying that, L1L. Because just like I said, I don't understand why the working class can't get assistance. Assistance is supposed to assist with what you're doing. But there are some people, and I don't knock it, there are some people that they are better off not working. They're better off not working. But because I've been paying taxes all this time, I feel like if I need to go down here to the food stamp office, which I wish I could, because I'm trying to figure out, I go in the grocery store the other day, like I was saying, $34. And I had 2 little bags. Went to the grocery store, $101. And I'm trying to stand, when the lady said that, I'm looking at the thing. Then I'm like reevaluating the receipt when I get in the car. And I'm just like, Lord have mercy. But hey, I can't go down there and make a withdrawal from all the deposits I done made from paying taxes all this time. That's how I feel. So it won't be no kind of shame in my game if I got any kind of public assistance, because I just feel like I'll be making a withdrawal. If anything, there should be some kind of funds set up for that. Because right now, I'm actually in the process, and if anybody know any information about this, for senior citizens, I'm actually going home next week because I got to take care of some stuff for my dad. But also where he lives, when people are on a fixed income, and then I got to thinking about this situation after talking to my dad, his rent went up again. The income ain't going up. The rent done went up at the place we have him at. And it's like, it's, I know it's programs for seniors. It's just that I can't get the phones and stuff answered. So now I'm getting ready to hit the pavement for my daddy. I'm getting ready to go up there. I'm going to go to the VA place first and see what's going on, because we don't utilize any of this stuff. I'm going there first, and then it's this place called, it's this thing called Lahi. I think I'm saying it right. But it's this organization called Coastal Plain. And you can, in that county where he's at, they don't do rental assistance, but they have this thing where they will pay, like senior citizens, I think it's like 65 and up, you get like a $350 credit on your utilities. So on your light bill, right? So, y'all look that up just in case anybody's interested in it. I do know about that. It's called Coastal Plain Area AEO or something like that. But look that up and check your county to see. But I know that's in Georgia. But anyway, I know I'm trying to get that done, because if I can hit the light bill, is not that much every month. But what'll happen is he'll get that $350 credit, and that little light bill, that $350 credit on his light bill with Georgia Power will free up money because he'll have the utility credit. So that's the only thing I know right now. But it's like, it's sad that we are in these times, and because sometimes I do be like, I need this. You know, I need some help. But, you know, Lahi, yeah, I said it right then, Lahi. Okay, Dentra. Are you asking me? Yeah, Lahi. Hold on. I am the working poor. They are going to have 2 classes shortly, shortly rich and poor. No ID said just robbing people. Girl, right. Right. And then I just wonder, Like, for instance, Vanessa and her being in a van. Child, they probably finna make it so difficult for people that's doing stuff like that, too. Probably gonna make it so difficult. They probably gonna start charging extra little taxes because a lot of people want simplistic living. And that's what I call myself was going to do. Simplistic living. Like, I didn't need no big old 5-bedroom home no more. I didn't need all of that anymore. My children were gone. I'm single, solo dolo. All I need is a little small something. But I didn't know I was going. I didn't know I wasn't going to be I wasn't going to be an empty nester anymore. So another story for a different day. When they say no rush classes, poor don't count. I don't get it, Renee. Say no rush classes, poor don't count. That's so like they can Google it to see if they have it where they live. Yeah, is LIHEAP the thing for the seniors? I had seen this thing one day on Facebook. Y'all, the baby sleeping. Look. She on the floor. She over there. She over there in her toy station. Sleepy. Come on, girl. Hold on. Y'all, it is quite hot in here. Well, just in case anybody have any other suggestions on what can be done, because technically, like, you don't know. You don't know what can happen in your life.
What up? I'll be giving y'all the business, man. I'm trying to tell you. Where's the breakfast line?
Okay, so it's for senior and low income. Okay, it's for people who meet qualification for assistance with utilities. Well, he should. He don't work. Hey, Miss Coco. Child, yes, brown sugar. That's what I'm talking about.
Drive to the smoke shop.
If you sitting at home not doing anything, that's the only way. And I don't think you can lie anymore. I don't think you can go down there and lie. Because let me tell y'all, I sent my daughter down there, right? Hold on. Hold on real quick, y'all. Got this real work messaging me. Yep, I said I had 15 minutes. I'm going to take these 4 more minutes, too. Okay. All seniors. So, is it time for... Okay, so I need to Google LIHEAP. Okay, I thought I had the word right. LIHEAP. And he lives in Lowndes County. Does it tell when they start? Child, but anyway, I just pulled it up. Hey, Cynthia. Hey, Melissa, what are the health benefits of eating avocados that you've noticed? I'm thinking about making them a part of my diet. Cynthia, I don't know. Like, I just really got into... I used to eat them, like, only eat it, like, on something. So, it was one of these situations, like... like getting a Diet Coke while I get a number 5 with French fries and a cheeseburger or something like that. Because what I was doing is I eat the avocados on something. It's like, oh, I'm eating a grilled cheese with a whole bunch of butter, and I'm gonna put slices of avocado and 2 slices of cheese and eat it like that. So I really don't know, but what I can say, since I started just eating them by themselves, um I had the gas smells a little off. But yeah, because then I would eat them like, oh, be done made all kind of dips, so now I'm eating them with chips. But not just eating them by themselves, I really don't know. But it's feeling, and then it just right now I don't know. Let's Google it real quick. I really don't know. Let's Google it real quick. Hell, avocado. Let's see. Avocados are. I might not need to eat too much of them. The first line. See, I should have started with eating that half. Why didn't nobody tell me this? It said avocados are high in fat, with 60% of this being mono unsaturated fats. But it said it helps protect against heart disease and lower blood pressure. They're also an excellent source of potassium, folate, and fiber, all of which benefit the heart and cardiovascular system. Okay, look, it's a question. Is it okay to eat an avocado every day? Eating an avocado a day is good for your health. Avocado consumption has skyrocketed in the last 2 decades from an average annual consumption of 1.5 pounds. Huh. Hmm. So, okay, so since it's mono unsaturated fat, it's not that bad. Okay, oh, not cocoa. Yeah, all right, so it's the good fat. Okay. Miss Coco said, yep, a lot of programs qualify based on disability, income, and or age. So he is 74. Coco, he's 74. So, and no, that little retirement change and that little Social Security, It's like Social Security pretty much pay all the rent. The place is expensive. Cause we moved into a place that's close by the hospital because we have so many scares, and I'm not with him anymore. And now it's only somebody there only every other week. So as long as his income is not above for the allotted number of household members, it's only one person. Yes, he is, Miss Coco. He's a vet. And that's why I was like, I'm going there first. No, I want to go to the other place that they answer the phone. I can get questions answered sometime at the vet, but them people, I don't know why people get in customer service and act like, because this is how I am. You're not going to talk disrespectful to me in my face. They be big and bad when you on the phone like this. They big and bad then. And then you be like, hey, how you doing? This Miss Melissa, we talked the other day. Remember me? I called about Mac. Oh, hey. No, don't change it up now, sis. I want that same energy you gave me when you was on the telephone with me the other day when I was trying to get some assistance. They're just talking about he would qualify. I need them to, girl. I need them to answer the phone. And if anybody want to call me on three-way, the phone number to the place I'm trying to call is 229-242-8814. I think I dialed that number so many times yesterday. I was like, they think they playing. They playing. They got me, but that's okay. I'm going to be right there sitting on the steps. Because I'm telling you, I'm going to be on here almost about to sell my soul on YouTube. if I got to pay another bill over there at somebody else's house, I tell you, I love my mom and dad, and I don't want them to. I feel like, and it's not on me completely. I'm gonna say this when it comes to my parents. Um, I watched my dad work 2 and 3 jobs growing up, and we might not have had everything we wanted, but we had everything we needed. And I never understood not having. I never understood a lot until I became an adult and I became a parent and I became and have to have my own responsibilities. To know, guess what? It was so many times I went to my dad, and we did I did all kind of extracurricular stuff. Oh, I'm in this organization. Hold on. Coco. Oh, y'all, my 4 minutes is up. I was in this organization and that organization. Played this sport, played that sport, and there was never a time that I went to my dad and said, "Dad, I need we got to buy T-shirts for this," or "Dad, we got camp. I need money for camp." "Oh, Dad, we got book fair." And my dad would look in that wallet sometime, and he slow motion when he handed me that money. I know what the slow motion was about now. I'm going to tell you that. The slow motion was, he was trying to calculate in his mind, if I give her this, okay, I know I need to do this. He would calculate. That calculator was going in his head. And I know that's what it was. I know that's what it was, but it was never a moment that they didn't have. Now I do remember it was a time our lights was off. Coco, y'all done lost the baby. Oh, she over there. There was a time that the lights was off, but now I do know this was after my mom and dad had got divorced, so that's a whole nother story. But this was after mom and dad had got divorced, and yeah, I remember that. And but still, I was still in a situation where I didn't want for anything really, and so I just feel like if it wasn't for my parents raising me and pushing me the way that they did, I wouldn't be who I am today. So I don't really see anything wrong with cutting back a little bit here and there to be able to help them sometime, because I can do it. It's like, all right, well, if I don't get this assistance that I'm trying to get, trying to get my daddy, and I'm quite certain, just like y'all said, with y'all was talking about the qualifications, so I'm quite certain that's gonna help, and it's only, I think somebody told me it's $300 or $350, but anyway, that will help. But I already contemplated, guess what? No nails, no out to eat, cut back. And I mean, it's like I can cut back on a few things, and then I'm like, you know what, I have 4 brothers, and I don't go to them for stuff, because there was a time that my oldest brother used to help out a lot with my dad. But now after he purchased his new home, and with COVID and stuff, and him selling his business, and now he is a regular working person, it's like now it's my turn, so. But I do know that I try to do whatever I can for my parents, and then I get frustrated when I feel like I'm not doing enough. But it's just, I do feel bad, but it is just me, and I do what I can do. But I sure did. I told my daughter, some of y'all know her, Imani. She's with dad every other week, and I told her, I said, well, I was supposed to be doing this and I was supposed to be doing that, but I guess I'm gonna have to get on YouTube for real, for real. I say, well, this is how I feel about things. If it's money to be made, I know how to make it. I know how to honestly hustle. I know how to honestly get out here and get it. Like how yesterday, like I need to be on here. This is my thing. And when y'all be seeing people doing like multiple videos, I know for me, I'm not speaking for anybody else. For me, I don't get a whole lot of views on my videos. So there are times where it's like, okay, my goal is always 1,000 a day, 1,000 views a day. So sometime I might have to push out 2 or 3 videos, right? Because I don't get that many views. And I mean, and then sometimes I still ain't made nothing but a whopping $3. You know, so it's like you got to push, 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 push. But I was like, you know what? I did think about it. I was like, okay, this is like something for real, for real. If I got to hold a baby, and because a lot of times I don't come on, get down. Y'all, she's standing up in the chair. I don't come on because it's like, well, I got the grandbaby, and I got to feed the baby. But look, y'all gonna be seeing me right here feeding Coco, feed myself, feeding Coco, feed myself, and working and doing YouTube because we got to get it. But no, y'all, I don't want y'all to think I'm on here trying people that's just coming in and talking about a little sob story and nothing. I'm just letting you know that if it's to be got, I got to get it. I got to get it. And I don't want me, my mama, or my daddy to ever really struggle. You get what I'm saying? I don't want them to do that. My parents did a lot for me. So if they didn't push me the way that they did, I wouldn't be who I am today. And so I appreciate them. I ain't rich by far, but helping with this, you know, and this is this. So it's like, look, we short a vehicle here at my household because my mama needed a new vehicle, you know, so I had to, we gave her out, you know. It's just one of those things to where it's like, sometimes I totally believe in the village type situation. Although I have realized a lot with our culture, we don't. And even within a family unit, it's sad that you can see that we still have a crab in the bucket mentality. But what y'all need to understand is that embrace the village mentality, because that will help in a lot of these situations also. For instance, and you gonna have a sybil in the family unit to where you just gonna have to tough love them and be like, okay, since you don't want to get on board, you gonna have to be out here struggling by yourself, because you can't save everybody, okay? Because there are times now, my mama know how to play on my sensitive spots. So when I do have those frustrating moments when I'm like, dang, like I need to, she want this or she need this. If it's something she want, I'm not concerned about that. But long as she don't need anything, you know what I'm saying? And so it's like, I be having to tell her she got to get on board. We got to get on board. If I had it my way, like everybody, because we lived like that too at one point. Everybody, we live together. We live in one unit. All the money, like I even had work for my brother. I stopped working, and I worked for his company for a little while, and it was just like all the money. We kept the money. Was it always easy? No. Living in a multi-family? No. But, and then it's crazy. It's always that one out the bunch that don't want to be on board with this is how it's going to work. This is ours. We all live together. So we going to all respect each other. But then it be that one person that be coming along. And it be the person that need the help the most. Want to run something and want to do it their way. Be like, now, if you don't sit your behind down. But y'all, I enjoy doing this live with y'all. And I just wanted to bring that to y'all's attention that sometimes we are just involuntary homelessness. We are voluntarily in it, but it's a circumstantial situation. You know, hey, lit girl. Exactly, L1L. They did. Parents did. Because they did make it happen. And that's why, with me, some people would say that my children were spoiled. They probably were. um, and are. But it's like, I got to make something happen. I need them to, I need them to, I need to be there for them. You know, and because I know what my parents being there for me and pushing me and instilling certain values. And it wasn't about always having, it's just that as long as you do XYZ, as long as you do XYZ, I'm going to make sure you have XYZ. Now, I'm going to always provide the necessities. But like my education, that was always pushed in the house. That was always pushed. Like your education and being respectful. Let me tell you something. Now, my daddy, he wasn't real tough. My dad never spanked me. I remember only one time he popped me on the butt, and I was shocked. I don't even think it hurt it. I was just shocked. And it was me and my brother arguing over washing some dishes, right? I'm going to say this. But what you're not going to do is what he will get you about. Leaving that house, cutting up in public. You cut up in public, I done seen him get my brother's baby. And, you know, like he'll have a talk with me. You go to that schoolhouse, you act like somebody, you get an education. Like, baby. Hey, girl from Texas. Hey, Dee Dee, I've been running my mouth. Good to move. Hey, Patty. Okay, even the adult. What? But I don't live with them no more. But, okay. Thank you, Miss Coco. Well, he should, depending on how much his monthly income is. Okay. Patty Betty say, I don't know. Some people at these places still try to make you lose your religion when you go in person. I know. Joanne say, my aunt is a senior and they give the assistants out twice a year. See if they have an online appointment. Okay. Because they sure ain't answering that phone. Dee Dee say, hey, Dee Dee Styles. Girl from Texas. I'm so sorry, y'all. Yes. My girl, it's a raining. Oh, it is raining here. That I knew it was this morning when I got up. I just was dragging. And I was like, it feel like a rainy day. And it's raining out there today. Dee Dee said, I had to pay my son's rent. 3 months behind. Thank God we had the money to help him and his family. Thank God you did. Dee Dee say, no, Texas say, athlete girl, well, that's not the business, LOL. It's been nothing but springtime out here in Pittsburgh. It'll start raining Saturday. But y'all can see, I have somebody else trying to get my attention right now. It's nap time, and I got to get back to work. I was supposed to be back to work at 1 o'clock. But 10 minutes after, but, yeah, so, I enjoyed it, y'all. And until next time, my good people.